Mauro Shashi, welcome to my talk show. Thank you for being with me today. This is our fifth day in Gomesbach. We'll be talking about a lot of things. Part of it is what we need from our governments in our countries. Do you really expect to have anything from the government to develop our work as a journalist? Do you think so, Shashi?
Well, thank you very much first for your invitation. To start with, I will say that as I come from an economic background, I generally see that state failures are bigger than market failures. So I tend to be a little bit, maybe I tend to doubt about government's action. Actually, maybe freedom of speech, journalist work is one of the areas who should be more not related to the government's action. We could have many discussions about what the government should do, what the state should, like, which activities, in which activities should the state be involved. We can have discussions about education, health, like what the state should provide. But I think that journalism is not one of them. Regulating journalists is not.
Not even a protection?
Protection is law. So I do believe that individuals have rights and need to be safe. So in that way, we should provide like a space in which we can develop our activities in safety. You can be a journalist, you can be a politician, you can be a lawyer, an economist, whatever you are, you should be safe. So that's why I don't think that the government should get involved in their journalist activity, but of course, as individuals, as human beings, we need to be able to develop our skills to work with a certain, not being all the time thinking about what might happen to us if we say something that someone doesn't like, or if we get involved into someone who is in power.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we shouldn't be afraid, but I think that is solved by the law, not by the government. Because also, sometimes the government should not have the same ideas that you defend.
By the law, Mauro. Law, government, law, government with interference or without interference. Do we want them really to do something, or just to keep themselves behind the door?
Yeah,
Frankly.
it's a great question. I think the government should definitely do something, but regarding providing a safe environment for more newspapers, more media outlets to compete with each other, so there can be a free market in regarding media. Regarding context and different and content for media, it's more difficult, I think. The government shouldn't have to decide what can you say as a journalist or what you cannot say as a journalist, because that will definitely somehow limit, even though we don't like the information that's coming out, or even though we don't agree with certain opinion. I defend the right of people to say things I don't agree with. People should have the right to say their ideas, even if I don't agree with them. So the government should focus on establishing certain rules for everyone to be involved in, but they shouldn't be involved in anything regarding content or anything like that, because that would only harm freedom of expression and freedom of the press.
Thank you, Mauro. Thank you, Shashi, as well, to be with me today in Gomesbach. We'll see you tomorrow in Berlin as well.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.